Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day, where I still have a COVID cough and it's killing me. Today we're covering Superman number 21 and the third story in Superman 21, The Robber Knight. A story where the real villain is capitalism, but Superman's not going to deal with that, so he's going to fight a guy in a suit of armor. You know, that old story? I would say this is strange, but I kind of say all Superman stories are strange, so at a point, are they actually strange? They feel strange for Superman stories or modern Superman stories, but they are completely within the Golden Age Superman story. So Lois has this very expensive looking mink coat, which no one quite knows how she got, so Clark is out with her and she's going to buy a muff for it. Gonna not make jokes about the word muff. So they're going to go into Lacey's, this one store, and Lois is looking for a muff, but it turns out the mink coat she's wearing is stolen, so she gets arrested. She seems to have been given the mink coat, but she won't give up the person who gave it to her. So Clark goes and writes a whole article about someone needing to turn themselves in, because that's how Clark deals with things. My god, the amount of things he writes and just throws himself or Lois in the damn story. This is pretty big no-nos in journalism. A woman named Lucy shows up, not Lois's sister Lucy Lane, just a blonde lady named Lucy shows up and says it was her mink. She also won't give up who gave her the mink. So the story has gone from Lois not willing to give up who gave up the mink to us finding out it was another person who won't give up who gave them the mink. I feel like we could have simplified this a bit by just having like Lois out with her friend who gets arrested. Or just have Lois involved in the plot from the first place. I don't know, this feels like a lot of degrees of separation to get to this mystery plot. Like, we've wasted 5 or 6 pages to get to the mystery plot of a mystery story. Clark becomes Superman, bright blue costume, red cape, and tunnels his way into the prison to talk to Lucy, which kind of becomes a little creepy until she lets him talk to her. Lucy tells a story which she hasn't told because she believes no one would believe her. She loses her job at Lacey's because she worked at Lacey's. And basically, the night after that, a man shows up dressed in a suit of armor. She does not see who it is. And he gives her a mink. Which, you know what? I probably wouldn't believe this story. Actually, if I had woken up in the middle of the night and a man in a suit of armor handed me a mink, I would be pretty sure it was a dream, even though I would wake up with the mink. So she didn't know what to do with it. She didn't feel very great to keep having it, so she gave it to Lois. So now you think Superman's going to do some investigating and actually go find the guy in the suit of armor. Well, he does some investigating, but he doesn't actually find the guy with the suit of armor. Both him and Lois take a break from their work and get jobs in disguise at Lacey's department store. Lois dyes her hair blonde. She gets a job at a counter. Clark just takes off his glasses, but then Lois recognizes him really quickly, so he has to constantly pretend he's blind. So Clark finds some evidence of stuff going on, and their boss, Mr. Phillips, like the supervisor on the floor manager, I believe, is really abusive and mean. I mean, yeah, capitalism, it makes sense why this dude is the floor manager. He ends up getting really mad at an employee by the name Smythe, Casper Smythe, who is like this bald kind of wimpy kind of guy. He's very nervous. He ends up accidentally leaving something out that the floor manager trips over, and the floor manager has just had enough of Smythe and kicks him out, fires him. Not too long after that, the guy in the suit of armor shows up. I wonder who he could be. And there's some guys also robbing, so Superman takes care of the guys, and then Clark changes back into Clark and then tackles the guy in the suit of armor, because, yeah, what else is the guy with the suit of armor going to do? He's a dude in a suit of armor. He's not going to do anything to Superman. Though it would have been fun to watch Superman kind of punch and destroy the suit of armor, or just tear it open. Actually have fun with his superpowers, but no, we're not going to do that. Clark's going to deal with that. So Clark's the hero of the story. Not against it. So it actually turns out that Smythe was the co-founder of Lacey's department store in the first place, but he got fired or pushed out because he had been embezzling money. So once again, the villain is capitalism. A bunch of people were put into this scenario because of how capitalism kind of forced their hands out of doing some stuff, and then they were kind of fired or put in positions where they couldn't make money. Like, Lucy can't get a job now because she was blamed for stealing in the first place. That's why she lost her job. So how is she supposed to make money when the only job she can really get is at a department store, which will not hire her because they think she stole from her last job? But we're not going to deal with that. Actually, the head of Lacey seems to be really good guy because can't just leave the story on an unhappy ending. He does fire Mr. Phillips. So at least Mr. Phillips gets some comeuppance from being an abusive asshole. But no, we don't deal with the actual problem at the heart of this. And Superman can deal with this problem. No one can stop him. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get notifications when a new video goes up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Fridays is Bat Friday, where I cover a Batman story in either Detective Comics or Batman. And until next time, let us ponder the question, whatever did happen to the Man of Tomorrow? And where did Smythe get this suit of armor? Okay, have a great day.